You said something that really struck me, and I want to ask how much of an impact you think it's had. As a professional athlete, there is a certain expectation of yourself. When I'm talking about self-discipline. I'm talking about doing the things that you don't want to do when you don't want to do them, the dedication to the craft. And when you do this in one area of your life, in this case as a professional athlete, how much do you think that translated for you once you got serious about trading?
I think it's everything, because, one of my trainers when I was an amateur, his name was Patrick Ford, one of the greatest Guyanese boxers of all time. He said the difference in the amateurs and the professionals are attitude. Okay. Mm-hmm. And it's a mind thing. You got to be willing to make sacrifices and dedicate and practice consistently. That's the only way you're going to maintain any level of expertise in anything. Consistency. Right. So whether it's running every day, training every day, and also having a definitive approach to every aspect. So like if I'm putting together a right hand, every step, my weight has to come up, my hip has to shift down to the connection of the knuckle, my middle knuckle, everything, a definitive steps and approach to everything. And I definitely bring that over to trading. I saw a podcast over the weekend. They interviewed an old school trader by the name of Louis Bersolino, okay, something like that. And one of the most phenomenal stories I've seen. And I love watching content on like old school traders, the ones that were runners in the pit and everything like that. He said the traders that he mentored, the ones that he saw that were most successful were athletes, collegiate athletes and stuff like that, because they had a discipline, could follow a set of rules and stick to it.
100%.
Definitely.
And I think that's such a big factor. Of course, in sports, we're going to do what you described as muscle memory. But while in trading, it may not necessarily be that muscle memory. It's that mental process. It's right. Sequence A, sequence B, sequence C. And to me, I think that's such a critical factor to really see, as you mentioned, success in anything. But as we talk about trading, I've gone through so many struggles where I'm sitting there going, okay, I know I'm not making the right move, but it's an evaluation. It's not that big a deal. I've got 3 PAs and I'm trying to pass a 4th one or whatever. I'll take that higher risk. And then I realize this is why I'm messing myself up, because the habits that I bring into the evaluation, I'm now bringing into my PA. And ultimately, the only one who gets hurt is me. Right, so right. I think it's super valuable to have this conversation, because I think it matters. When I talk about some of the goals that I have in my life, they revolve around other areas outside of trading, because I know they'll affect my trading. And for me, physically speaking, I know that's the one thing that I can see the fastest results on. And when I see myself be disciplined, when I see myself make those consistent decisions, even when I don't want to. I got in my cold plunge this morning for 10 minutes. Not pleasant. It was about the same temperature as outside. Yeah. And, but when I'm willing to do that with that level of consistency, I'm training my brain to do so in other arenas like trading.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.